Hey guys, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and I'm coming on to share my day 14 of my different kind of December daily. This is my personal challenge to myself and anyone else who would like to play along, to make sure that with everything going on and all the stress going on in life right now, that I get into my craft room for at least 15 minutes every day and craft something to take my mind off it, keep my hands busy, however you would like to put it. So for this video, I'm going to share a card that I completed, and I was working with a paper collection by Photoplay. It's actually called Color Play. And this one is called One Night in Bethlehem. And it's a beautiful blue and just rich greens in all sorts of colors. That's the polka dot there. And it's just a regular paper pack. The one thing I will say about these Color Play papers is they have a coating on them. So if you don't like that type of paper, you just need to keep that in mind when you're looking at this kind of paper. But this is really a very beautiful collection. So I've been working with that this week, and I've finished one set of, it's actually 9 cards, but I only had 8 pieces of paper that match, so the 9th one doesn't match, so I'm just going to keep it. But that's the paper that I used. And for this particular card, the focus of the card is this trifold stamp that's from Art Impressions. And what it is it creates a trifold image, like a continuing image as you open it up, and you'll see that. And so it comes with all the different layers to have 3 images, and the top 2 have a window. I hope that makes sense. So it has the dies that cut out the center of each window so that you can see all the way through to the inside. And then I used this sentiment right here that says Jesus is the reason for the season. And I also used this sentiment right here, which I absolutely love, that says, may the true spirit of Christmas shine in your heart and light your path. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. But I love this sentiment. So those are the stamps that I used. And instead of doing because when you make these cards, the images is pretty small, or are pretty small. Great grammar. So what I did was I made a base that is the same size as an A2 card, but it's just one flat piece. This doesn't open because the trifold piece opens. So this is what I was mentioning, where you can see all the way through and it creates a scene as you open it. So there's the front with the outside, and then the next page that you open has the sheep looking in, and then the very inside has baby Jesus, and that's where I put the sentiment. So I didn't want to make a card that was just this small, and you can see this image by itself on a full A2 size card gets kind of lost. So that's the reason I decided to do something different, and this will be a great mailing card because there's nothing to it. It's super thin. There's nothing dimensional that's going to come off, but I think because of the style, it has a lot of impact. So I just made that trifold card in the size that they suggest. I mounted it on some gold glitter paper. This is a piece of, I believe it's called Midnight Green. Yeah, Midnight Green from Simon Says Stamp. And then on the back, I used another piece of the pattern paper. And on top of that, I just mounted a white panel. And I used that big sentiment. It gives lots of room to write. So you can either just sign it here and leave it at that. Or you have all this space inside that you could technically write a message. But again, it's super flat and will have no issues going through the mail. So that's what I've done. Is I already had those images colored, so I just assembled all of these cards. So I have all those, and I was looking for the one that doesn't match, but I don't know what I did with it. So I did it with the polka dot paper that you guys saw earlier. So that is my quick share for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.